So we're back live in this third leg, the 7.5 kilometer loop. They'll come into the stadium, but when they go out again, it will be for the last time. And in picture, up there, up front, Frode still for Norway, with right on his shoulder, Matti Fredriksson for Sweden. And Torin, the speed trap, they've gone through it a second time, a little bit slower, but one or two interesting people up there.
Well, it looks like Fabio Maieski's are running really well, and Matthias Fredriksson, they've both been in the top 5 the last time. Their ski speed has slowed down about 1 kilometer an hour.
Interestingly, that Botvinov also with apparently fast skis, and he's in this pack, this leading group that you can see at the moment. Just checking on Botvinov at 17.2 kilometers. Botvinov in 6th place alongside Thomas Olsgaard. And as you said early on, he's canny. He's as canny as Thomas Olsgaard, to be honest. Interesting to see, because he traditionally does have a fast finish. What we don't know is whether he's in condition to, produce that sort of final flurry.
If it comes down to it, I think you got to put your money on Estil and Thomas Olsgaard, and maybe one or two of the other Swedes.
But we didn't put Olsgaard in the hunt because his form has been so poor this season. We really didn't give him a chance. And I think at the end of it, when it really comes to the business end, I think he's going to be found wanting. I think he's doing a fantastic job at the moment to stay with the group. But I'd really be surprised if he can stick with this all the way.
Coming into last year, into the 2002 Olympics, he didn't even race in Norwegian Championships. Came over to the U.S. and was having problems with his respiratory problems with asthma and the altitude, but was able to find his form there.
Yes, I know. It's one of those things. Why should we be surprised? We recognise and admire Andrus Verpelu as being a big racer for the big occasion. In fact, it was incredible, really, to think that when he won in Asiago last Saturday, that was actually his first World Cup victory. Fredriksson leads, and right behind him is Estil. Just trying to see who's just been moved back into 4th place there.
Mikhail Botvinov, I believe. Looks like his characteristic technique there.
But Fredriksson trying to apply a little pace again here. Wherever he goes, so does Estil go.
His plan looks like just to cover everybody's moves. When Verpelu's moving, when anybody's moving, it seems like Estil just wants to sit there in about 2nd, 3rd place.
Sweden from Norway, from Estonia. Well, it was Estonia in 3rd place, but there's Thomas again, and Thomas Olsgaard, 31 years of age, and it seems that, well, the Madshus skis are working today, that's for sure. And back into the lead. And look at all those red-suited Norwegians. At the moment, they're outrunning and outgunning everyone. And Fredriksson's got a fight on his hands, because what you have here is a really aggressive piece of skiing from Thomas Olsgaard.
That's what the Norwegians are known for. They're known for not racing as a pack, but racing for themselves, but racing very aggressively, very smart, and we're really willing to take chances.
Yeah, he does have a fantastic record. I mean, 7 World Championship medals, 4 gold, 2 silver and a bronze. Not a bad haul. And they've relied on him so often. How often has he been the hero on those relay legs?
Yeah, it's even more impressive when it comes to the skating technique.
Just at the back of that little group there, that's Bergermeister, who's gone a little bit backwards. 7 seconds down. A bit worried about that. You don't want to get caught in the traffic now.
No, as long as he can hang on that pack, then he should be all right. But if he gets caught there in the no man's land.
Well, the concern is that if the break's going to come and he's right at the back of the pack, it's very difficult to cover it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you still got your money on Verpelu and Estil?
I haven't seen anything to change my mind.
Big move here by Olsgaard. And I don't think he'll want to leave this to a sprint finish either.
I don't think he wouldn't mind, actually. I think he has won World Cup sprints before, and he didn't mind taking it down with Christian Zorzi at the Olympics in the skate technique.
Well, it's a Norwegian charge here. On the left there, Olsgaard, who's leading Estill. On the right, Anders Auckland, who's been quietly making progress. I mean, I said to you right at the beginning that really I couldn't pick him because he's been on a bit of a downward curve. He's being followed, interestingly enough, by Botvinov of Austria. And Botvinov skiing very, very well at the moment. Just 21 moving up there. Fabio Mai, the fastest man on the speed gun. Well, if this was to be his final World Championship race, at the moment he's doing really well. 2 years ago, beaten by Verpalou in the Worlds, but he was only a minute down, and his season's best came at Oberhof when he was 15th. But Oberhof's a tough track as well.
That's what I hear. Lots of climbing, very similar altitude.
Conditions were awful, though. It was really soft and wet, and I'm not sure how much you can read into it. I mean, it was Fredriksson who won it from Burgermeister and Estill, so it was a good race, but not sure about that form because of the conditions. But we can be sure here it's Norway 1, Norway 2. Verpalou in the middle there, just about sharing third place, and just off the pace there, Jens Philbrich. Also in there for Germany with Andy Schluter. Through 20,000 of the 30,000 meters. Jürgen Brink, still a threat, still around, still there. Brink wearing 7, Anders Södergren wearing 8. You can just pick him out there. He's just on the right-hand file as you're looking at them. But it's a Norwegian wall up front. Olsgaard on the right, and on the left, Frode Estill. Frode Estill beaten by Verpalou by just 0.2 2 years ago. Andy Schluter, the man at the back of that little pack. Villasov also in that group there for Russia. Villasov, who had a 6th place in Otapere, the 30-kilometer mass start classic there, so reasonably good form guide for him. I don't think Matti Fredriksson will like this for going on. This is not a good thing to allow the Norwegians to dominate too long like this. Into the lead, Botvinov had enough, wants to get out there. He's probably getting fed up with all the messing around that's going on, and could be in the right place at the right time. Botvinov, as you say, distance never a problem for him, because he was a former champion of the World Loppet Series.
Equally proficient in both skating classes.
So Austria with the advantage from Norway.
It seems almost as the pace has kind of settled down here for a little bit. I don't know. I guess maybe it'll stay that way for another couple of kilometers, and we'll see maybe some big things happening then. I can't see them leaving it come down to the last couple of kilometers at a pace like this.
And there's my man Brink moving up again, just to take the advantage by half a ski length from Botvinov, but still Estill and Olsgaard right behind, along with Fabio Mai. You just see him there, just about third on the file there. Jürgen Brink with the advantage. Well, a Swedish gold medal. I guess we would have been looking for Matti Fredriksson more than anybody else, but Jürgen Brink, real possibility.
I don't think they'll mind who takes it home with them.
Looks comfortable.
Looks very comfortable. Looks very smooth, not rushing anything. Very rhythmic. His a younger teammate, Johan Olsen, was second at World Junior, or at the Under-23 World Championships, so they got a bright future ahead of them.
Good move by Jens Philbrich. He's got himself out of traffic. He's on the right-hand side, wearing 12 for Germany. Personal best in Oberhof for him on a trail he knows well. And right behind him, Andy Schluter. Just detached there, Matti Fredriksson. Detached, and that's a worry.
That is quite a worry. hopefully we'll see what happens coming in the stadium area. But this is not the time to be getting left by the train.
Well, there are no team orders. I'm sure that you've already pointed out that the Norwegians don't ski to team orders, and neither will the Swedes here. Jürgen Brink isn't going to slow it down just to let Matti get back in front.
No, I don't think so.
Here we go then. 22,500 metres competed. We're into the last leg, and it's Sweden who have the advantage at this point.
Best of friends out of the trail, but when it comes down to it, it's every mate for himself.
So let's just remind you, it's Jürgen Brink in the centre of that front line who leads, and Anders Auckland to the left as you see them. Also Andy Schluter there, Jens Philbrick. So 2 for Germany. Verpalu, who's been very quiet now for about 10 kilometres. Surely he's going to have to make a move soon, Torrin.
This might be just part of his plan, you know. I haven't seen him showing any question marks. Been, took it out a little bit early. He's just controlling the pace, I think. And if we're going to see something, we're going to see it this lap.
Vilasov, watch out for him. He's wearing 14 for the Russians, very much in the fight. Hjelmeset for Norway in there with Södergren. Burgermeister, who had that early position, has now found himself at the back of the pack. And here we go. And up front, new leader. And it's Germany's Andy Schluter on the right of your screen from Anders Auckland. And then on the right there, Jürgen Brink with alongside him Thomas Olsgaard, just taking a drink. Olsgaard skiing well above my expectations, but Olsgaard preparing for the big day. Botvinov also to reckon with.
Top 15 in the lead group, about 22 seconds up on the rest of the field.
So here the situation for you to see. Pick out your favourites. But Norway and Sweden well represented. Södergren, we haven't mentioned him for a while. Burgermeister. Botvinov is the lone Austrian. Christian Sirocco, that's worth a huge mention. He is skiing amazingly well, Christian Sirocco, because he is one of the least experienced of the Italian squad.
Very young Italian.
Yeah, well, not that young. He's 26, in fact, but not much experience. He did ski in the Olympic Games. He went in the 15-kilometre classic race, was inside the top 30, but this is certainly the best we've seen from him. We're coming back in a moment.